Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be recreating this look while we talk about mental health, while we talk about Botox, makeup products, and just chit chat in general. This is my go-to going out date night look. It's quick, the eyes don't need a lot of work, it's kind of easy, it's more effortless, more messy. If you want to see how I achieved it, just keep on watching. Haven't done like a full beat in a really long time where I can just sit and chit chat and relax. So I was debating on filming my everyday makeup or my go-to night out makeup, but we're going with the night version because I feel like my everyday makeup is kind of, let's say, every other tutorial that I post on TikTok. And here I just wanted to focus on a little bit more of a heavier eye look, especially. It's not like a classic smoky eye, I don't know how to call it, but this is just the quickest eye makeup that I do when I go out with my girlfriends or I go out with my husband. It's just such a cool night makeup. So bear with me, we'll just sit down and chat for whatever comes to mind because lately a lot of things have been coming to my mind. I hope you guys enjoy the video, I hope you like the makeup look, and let's get into it. I really miss tutorials that were like tutorials, like showing you exactly what and how to do. And today, even though I'm not a professional, I will try and do my best to just explain things a little better. So because I believe that TikTok made this a thing, because quick videos, you don't have the time to just explain what you're using, what you're doing, why are you doing it, and it's just so like quick just showing the products. I will repeat myself, I said this in the previous video, but like this is what I love about YouTube. You can talk and talk and talk, and that's the point of it. I forgot to clip my hair. Not that it's that perfect, but just I don't want it in my face. For my base, I always use this Milky Toner by Tier. Or I've noticed that since I've started using it and just include skincare to my actual makeup base, my skin is better. It just doesn't clog my pores that much. I don't get pimples that often. So this one is really a game changer. It's sticky. It's not the stickiest, but it's sticky and it's really hydrating, so I really do love that. I just tap it into the skin a little bit tighter and I let it dry. So I do my base. During the days where I feel extra dehydrated, I would go in with this as well. I would just put it here and maybe here. This is the Bobbi Brown vitamin base. It's one of my favorites. It's a little bit more on the expensive side, but when you get one of these, like, it literally lasts so long and I love it. I love it. So yeah, for the days where I do feel a little dehydrated, I will go with this one in my dry spots. So these two, in my opinion, work perfectly fine on their own and in a combo. So my holy grail when it comes to makeup base. I used to love like pore primers, the ones that would just like mattify your T-zone, your nose zone, but honestly lately I haven't been using them. I'm catching myself going into a little bit more of a glowy makeup, which it's really weird to me. I guess my frontal lobe developed. I don't know. So now while I wait for my skincare to set, I just do my brows, which is the most annoying part of my makeup. Any makeup that I do, I just hate doing my brows because they are so uneven. And it's not just the hairs, it's like I cannot plug them to be even. It's just my bones. I just went and washed my hands because I hate the feeling that the primer leaves. The primer and the toner. So for my brows, I go with these two. I switch between them kind of often, depends on what I want. If I want more precise like hair like strokes, I would go with this one, which is a She Glam pencil. Looks like this. And if I just want something quicker, I would go with my high school favorite. This is Maybelline. I'm trying to film here and on my phone for TikTok, but it's not really working. So I would just focus on the YouTube video instead. So today I feel like I will go with the She Glam one. And if I need some touch-ups, I will just reach for the Maybelline. I've talked about my brows before, that they're uneven and that this is really frustrating in my makeup routine, but you know what I think will fix them? I went like 10 days ago to get my Botox done for the first time ever. I've never had this and I was so scared to get it, but honestly I did it because of a really bad headaches that I used to get and because I was just clenching my teeth really bad. Even my dentist said that one of the right side of my teeth is like, she was just like, do you even chew on your left side? And I was like, of course I do, like how can I not? And she was like, because on the right side your teeth are like a little more like, I don't know, used out. And I was like, that's actually insane. And we started talking about me just clenching my teeth together and just having horrible headaches from that. And I had a consultation booked with the lady that does my lips. She's amazing, and I explained to her everything, all of my pains, all of my symptoms that I had, because it wasn't just tension here, it was brought up to here, and I would have pains here and here, horrible on both sides, but on the right they were really a bit more harsh, I would say. And I went to her. She took so long to just look around my face, explain everything. She was so nice, honestly. Even if I haven't gotten it, just the session that we had was so useful because she explained every single muscle in my face, what it is for, what it does. If you block this, what will happen? If you do that, what will happen? She was amazing. She is amazing. I love her. We basically and because also the other symptom that I have was that my brows at the end of the day, they would just drop and I would feel like this insane tension like right here. And I discovered that I was developing a tic. I was like, this, by the end of the day I would like constantly do this, and this is insane. The wrinkle part, because I was forming a wrinkle here, I can say that it gets better with skincare. It really does, because my skin is still young, but this wasn't the issue. It was the horrible pains. And I went in 10 days ago, we've got it done. I have 2 dots here on, you know, like these little, I don't know how to even call them, like strings. I don't know what it is, but I got 2 dots here. I've got one here. We have a triangle here, one here up in my hair, and I had 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, and I believe here. She was like, we're not going to overdo things. And she also noticed, I mean, I kind of knew, of course, but like she also pointed out the huge lack of symmetry that my face had, because really one of my sides of my face, I believe, was so much droopier than the other one. You know, at the end it turned out it was the brows, it was this part, and she basically made everything symmetrical. It's a natural result. You couldn't tell because I can still raise my eyebrows, I can still do this, but I wake up with no pain in my head, which is insane. I've never ever had this feeling to just wake up free and just go to bed without feeling pain. And now it's just still settling in, so we will see. We have a few more days to see full results, so I will update you. But I do believe that this will fix my brow asymmetry. I'm still fighting the fact that I don't have enough hair on them, but what depended on the Botox, I believe. It's been done the way it should be done. How much I don't trust my brows? Look at this. Every time before I go out, I grab my phone with this camera and I take a selfie to see if my brows are identical, or if I just go back and redo them, and I do redo them kind of often. So yeah, I know that brows are supposed to be sisters, not twins. However, mine most of the time are like super long distance relatives, which is not cute for someone who is obsessed with symmetry. But yeah, so far they're looking messy, they're not perfect, and I just leave them as they are. Now with a flat brush like this, I love to go with my favorite of all times concealer, the YSL one. I just grab some of it and just outline them, but like I try to not be that harsh, but just like clean them up a little. I posted, I don't know, it was an old video, and the other day I get a notification from this random lady because she was probably my mom's age, and I said that, like, you know, for concealer I'm using Yves Saint Laurent, and she laughed at me for saying it. I'm like, this is the full name, isn't it? And I hate when such comments that are like so rude and so out of touch are like making me feel stupid. Like, you were stupid for not knowing the full name of the brand and the designer. And I was like for a second, I even called my mom. I was like, that's how it's pronounced, right? And she was like, yeah. Don't let stupid people make you feel stupid for knowing something extra. It wasn't even that big of a deal, but like, it just really made me mad. I also hate such pointless comments. Like, come on. What was your goal with that comment? Honestly. But my astrologist told me something really useful that I use in my everyday life, because this is what I do now for a living. She was like, just think a little bit more like a philosopher on every comment that you get. It's like, these people probably have struggles. It's not because you are the problem. They have problems on their own, and unfortunately lost people do that. You know, they think that this would heal them, that this would help them. She's right. I kind of knew that. Just hearing it from someone else always gives you a fresh perspective on things. Let's go back to the brow subject. As I said, struggle with my brows, but sometimes what I like about them is that today I can be with just sharper brows, and that's okay. The next day I can be with fluffy brows because I can draw them on, because I don't have a lot, so I can just, you know, make some more. The next day I can be with fair brows. I can make them thinner, thicker, whatever I want, just because I don't have like that much of a thick brow naturally. I'm just trying to find good in everything, even in my imperfections. I will leave them as they are for now. For foundation, today we'll be trying out the new Estee Lauder foundation. Now, this is one of my favorite foundations I have. This is the Double Wear. I have it for so long. The girl that used to laminate my brows recommended it to me because like her makeup base was just so flawless, and I was like, girl, what the hell are you using? And she was like, it's Double Wear. So I got it because of her. Bless her. Now they've changed their formula that haven't been touched in a really long time, and I mean really long time, like years. So today we'll be trying this bad boy out and see what's the difference between the old formula and the new formula. The first difference that I see is the packaging. Here is the old one and here is the new one. Also the caps is the same shade. So now I have to film this for TikTok. Sorry for skipping the foundation part so silently, but I just needed to film a quick TikTok video. We used this so far. It looks good. I don't know if it looks like a little yellowish on camera. On my iPhone, it did look a little yellowy, but like this is my summer shade. So it makes sense for it to be that way. I'm using this Hourglass dupe brush from Shein for my concealer, and I will mix these two. Again, my YSL one and my NARS one. The NARS concealer is a little more thick and it's a little more, you can see the shade of my foundation. It's not that brightening, so I do use it where I have redness or a blemish, just so we can have like a thicker and also better color match, because like when you put lighter concealer on a pimple, it just looks weird, you know. So I use it as this, and in the center of my chin here and under my eyes and on my eyes, I use a brightening, just brighter in general concealer, and I'll just put some around my brows. These concealers, they're super full coverage, but at the same time they don't crease as much as other concealers do, because especially under my eyes I do crease a lot, but like with these ones I just don't. Going back to the foundation topic, I used to love a good beauty blender, but for a year now I've been using foundation brush. I just feel like I have so much more control when I use a brush. Again, most of my brushes are from Shein, this one is as well. I just feel like I get so much more control of where and how the product is going. I love this brush because it has like a sharper side, just like more flat, and then you have a fluffier side, so you can use it for example nose contouring as well. Now that I'm finished with with my foundation and stuff, I would just go in with this product to set my brows. And with this one, I've heard so many mixed opinions, but I think I cracked it. So it's this Catrice gel. Again, the girl that used to do my brows told me about this. And again, I'm so grateful. Like, this is one of the best products ever. What I do, because when you use a lot of it, it just gets tacky and it makes like flakes on the brows, which looks bad, of course. Like, you just clean the brush into the container and put not that much product because it's really strong, so you don't need a lot. But a lot of girls, like, when I use it, they're like, the gel is horrible. No, it's not. Just don't use a lot of it, I promise. I've been there, I've done that. But if you want like super glued brows, this is probably not for you, because as I said, when you use a lot of it, it looks interesting. For a lighter effect, it's perfect. I just want mine to be in place. I don't want anything crazy. We're jumping on my favorite contour stick, which is the Dior one. I really wanted to not like this because it's expensive, but I love it. And I cannot do my makeup without it now. I used to use the Charlotte Tilbury one, like the magic one, I believe it was called. It's good, but what I don't like about it is that the packaging is messy. It's like really messy. It has like this sponge at the end. This product, it's really good. It's really pigmented. It doesn't get patchy, but look at the tip. Especially when I travel somewhere, turns my makeup back into hell, but I love the product. Oops, I haven't blended my concealer well here. I am using this type of brush for my contour, and I blend a lot because this stick is thick in consistency, so you do have to work it on. I used to just put it on my hand and grab it from there, but this is for when I want to do something lighter, just like not that harsh, and now I want to be chiseled. That's why we're directly going onto the skin. I was talking about foundation shades. I believe I started talking about, but I of course got distracted. So I don't worry about foundation shades anymore, just because they're so fixable. Come on, like, they're so fixable. I'm not talking about 5 shades different from yours, just a slight undertone issue. It could be fixed with bronzer, it could be fixed with concealer, with powder. Let's talk about mental health a little, shall we? Because lately I've been going through the craziest, most paranoid state of my life that I've ever been in, and I thought that I've overgrown such issues, that I'm so much bigger and smarter than this, but I swear it's just something in the air. I'm going in with the concealer again to contour my nose. If you believe in astrology, on February 17th, I believe it's the Chinese New Year, and from the year of the snake, we're jumping into the year of the horse. And not just that, but we have an eclipse in the combination with the Chinese New Year. We're shedding our skin, making place for new things to come, and closing old debts, old friendships, old relationship. Basically, you just get the bill. Like, now this is the period where you get the bill, you pay for everything. And supposedly after the end of February, we should be free of this mind sick jigsaw that we were in. I've been really vocal about this on my social media, and I shared with you guys on Instagram and on TikTok that it's really been hitting me, and I'm not just saying it out loud because I want people to feel sorry, but I just wanted to help because I see it in a lot of people. I see it in my mom, I see it in my friends, I see it now that I communicate with girls online, that it's something in the air, in the planets. I don't know what it is exactly, but people are going crazy. It's just what I've been feeling, and a lot of people confirmed to me that they go through the same thing. I'm going in with my Kylie Cosmetics liquid shadow. This is going to be the base of the shadows. What I've been experiencing is, first of all, extreme paranoia. I have a situation, I face a situation, and it's not the best situation ever, but it's literally something that I can't get through. My mind would jump into the craziest scenarios that have like 0 chance of happening. I would constantly think badly about myself. I would constantly doubt myself. I would constantly be scared for my family and friends. I'm like, the worst is going to happen. Like, when I get a cold, I get instant anxiety, stuff like that. When I have like a health problem or like a symptom, I'm like, oh my God, this is something serious. This is a disease. This is not me. That's not who I am anymore. At least I'm acknowledging the fact that this anxiety and worries are not real. I know that they're just part of my, I don't know, like imagination now in this period. But still, the fact that I realize what's happening doesn't mean that it should be there. But this time it was just stronger than me. I usually do have kind of a strong shield even against my own thoughts, because my thoughts can be really self-destructive. But this time, this was so much stronger than me. And I was like, that's okay. And I found myself the other day on the bathroom floor. I was taking a shower and I was crying under the water. And I was like, you know what? I was crying, but I was like, I'm not giving up. I have some things that I have to sort out. And also I have to work during this time, and I have to be present, and I'm working on 4 projects. I cannot put them on pause because of this. I was just like crying so bad, having a panic attack almost. And what kind of insane breed of an animal I have to be to not eat from anxiety, to throw up, to feel the way that I feel. I literally feel at my worst, and still look in the mirror and be like, you've got this, you've got this. When you look back at it, it's going to look like a joke to you. Like, I would just like stare in the mirror and I would just get insane over the fact that I can overcome anything. And I was like, how strong I am. Let's just go back to the bathroom floor. And I was like, you know what? Like, I was crying, but like silently, like this little voice inside of me was like, this is a lesson. This is a lesson. This is making you stronger. Like, this has a purpose. This is not happening because of boredom. This is happening because you have to go through it and get out of it stronger. And I was like, what kind of an animal I have to be? I'm just finishing off the shadow with this one a little bit. I was just like, what sort of a freak I have to be to keep going, to see the good in what seemed to me the end of the world. And honestly, as I was crying, I started like just feeling so proud of myself for doing this. It has a purpose, you know. Rather if it's going to be that I learned something about myself, rather it's a lesson. I was like, this is the price I have to pay. I'm going to mix these 2 pencils. The one is NYX eye pencil in the shade medium brown, and this one is Essence one, which is just black. And because like now it might sound stupid to you, but before I was so angry. I was just such an angry girl that anything that happened, I was like, why me? Why is it so hard? Why everything has to be so hard? Why this? Why that? Now I was just like, this is just a lesson. This is just a price I have to pay. And I'm capable of paying it. Doesn't matter what it takes me. Doesn't matter the energy that it takes. Doesn't matter how down I feel. One day it just clicks and you just get better. And it's like a miracle. I don't even know how to explain it. I also want to say how thankful I am for my family, because they've been listening to the same issue, looking at me crying hysterically, refusing to eat, not being able to help me. And they still listened to the same thing that I had to say over and over again, not judging me, not overreacting. And I just want to say how important it is to be someone's support and to have support. So my family is a huge part of me just feeling better. If you don't make the decision to help yourself, no matter what they do for you, it's never going to be enough. It all just depends on you. I know it's hard. I know sometimes our own thoughts seems to be the biggest prison and cage ever. You make it and you end it. It's really weird, especially when you're at the place of self-destruction. But this is the harsh truth, and it doesn't matter how long it takes. Doesn't matter if it even took you years, because before this used to be my everyday life, and now it's just a bad period of like 2-3 weeks. I am even grateful for that. If you are going through something, know that you are not alone. There's definitely something in the air. A lot of girls have wrote to me about this, and it's really confusing because first of all, I'm like, why do so many people feel that way? Why do so many young people feel that way? And I feel bad about this. But the next moment, I'm like, at least we are not alone in this. I just go with the black pencil and I close my eyes to go on both the bottom and the upper line, waterline. I know people love my channel because of the lighter things that I do, like vlogs and advice and makeup and fashion, but I want to talk about this because I believe it's important and it removes the feeling of like I'm fighting this alone. The world is ending only for me, and that's not the case. And I promise you, it does get better. Such periods make me realize how important even a day is. How much of a difference can one positive day make? So what I love doing on the eye is just going like a little messy, but around the lash line. But that's the point of this makeup look. It's like messy, it's like diva, it's like I haven't slept in days, but I look fire. And I just go like this and I smudge it most of the times. It's so easy, yet it looks so dramatic and I love it. What I've decided to do is add liquid liner. This is a GRWM one, and I added it in the corner of my eye to the middle of, almost to the middle of my eye, where the smudged eye pencil part meets the gel liner, because later I will put lashes so that it looks just, it doesn't look like cut in half. If the lighting seems changed, it is, because in a few minutes it just got really dark outside, even though it's 3 p.m. but still. I'm going back to my favorite Kylie Cosmetics palette, and I will just grab some of this, just like a mixture of colors, tap it, and I just blend out my lower lashes just to give them a little bit more depth. And as I said, it looks messy. That's exactly what I like about this look. I'm going in with a bubblegummy shade GRWM liquid blush, and I don't overdo it because with this look you just need a little, and you can see that it's not that purpley as it looks in the bottle, but I still love it so much. What I'm going to do now, before going in with the setting powder, I'm just cleaning out my under eye zone. I am still debating if I should put lashes or just leave with mascara. I also don't have luscious natural lashes. Same issue with my brows. They're just not there as much as I want them to. I always put mascara on my bottom lashes. I know that it's not for everyone. Oops. I know that it's not for everyone, but I just love it. It makes my eyes look so dully, and I love this look. I feel like I can leave it like that. I couldn't find my favorite lip liner of all times. It's the Makeup Forever Endless Cacao, and I can't find it. I switched bags the other day, and I might have lost it. I might have put it in a bag that I've forgotten about. I don't know what it is, but like, this is the most expensive lip liner that I've ever bought, and it's my favorite, and I can't find it. So today I will be using a different one, but just know that I wanted to use this one, the one by Makeup Forever, but I just couldn't find it. The eyes just with mascara. Now I love Shein GRWM lashes. They're named Sasha, and I just cut them in half because when they're longer I feel like they're just closing my eye and it looks weird. So I cut them in half and put them just in the corner of my eye, and I use my favorite Essence glue. This is the glue that I've been using since I started using lashes, I believe. So I just grab a half. Always use a tweezer. I blow on them for like a few seconds, and it's just kind of effortless for me now, but I've practiced for years, okay? So don't be scared if it doesn't turn out good the first time. Just do this and we're done. And I'll just wait for them to dry a little on my eye as well, and then I'll just like press them a little if they need to. Now on to the next one. Do I sometimes get glue on my eyelashes? Yes, I totally do. So don't judge yourself if that happens. Like, you should avoid it, but like, it happens. I cannot lie about that. Just like that. And if I have like some missing spots or like somewhere that I don't like the strip showing, I'll just go over with the eyeliner. and it's that easy for me. There you go. Now for what's next, setting powder. I usually use my all-time favorite Huda Beauty. It's not old, but like it has the old packaging and it's almost empty, so I have to go and get the new one. This is my favorite powder, and I saw on TikTok that this is a dupe for it, so I got it just to test it out. So today we're doing one side of my face with the drugstore one, and the other side will be with Huda Beauty. We'll see if they just perform similar, so I will let you know. So I just set my face. This side is Huda Beauty. This is the Weibo one. I hope that I am pronouncing this right, but I filmed it for a TikTok so that we can make a comparison. I will also let you guys know on here as well. Now it's around 3. I will show you guys by the end of the day what it looks like. Now that my face is set, I go with my favorite setting spray, the Charlotte Tilbury one, and I love this spray a lot. Kind of a new thing that I've been enjoying is this product by She Glam. It's for freckles and beauty marks and stuff. And after the setting spray and the setting powder, I love to bring out my beauty marks a little more with this one because I really love my beauty marks. To me, they're the most charming thing ever. I just love it. Now, because I don't have my favorite lip liner with me, I am going in with the NYX Nude Truffle, and my usual combo would be the Endless Cacao and this Fenty Beauty Blazed Donut. So this is again a cool tone lip liner, but just the Endless Cacao is just something else, you know? Like if you have it, you know. I just filled my lips in the center as well, and then I go in with the Blazed Donut like so. And again, like the contrast here, you can't see it because the Endless Cacao is really cool toned. I'm not saying that I don't love this one, but I was just looking for something different. But you still get like a little bit more of a, let's say, 2000s lip. I love like a lighter pink with darker liner. To set the rest of my face, I will be using Kylie Cosmetics highlighter, which I love and I adore highlighting my nose. It's my favorite thing. A lot of people would just like, when I see like friends in public and they were just like, you have something on your nose. Yes, that's how I love it. You know, I love it. I want it to be like a traffic light, like super sparkly, and I love a good nose highlighter. And I will never stop doing it. I don't care. Slightly on my cheeks because, as I said, I don't know if I said this in here, but like I get oily quite quick. So just a little. I then go in with my YSL bronzer to set my contour in place, just to make it look more, even more snatched, and do like a bronzer helmet as they call it, but I love it. It's just a slight dab, it's not like anything crazy. And then I go in with a little bit of blush because, as I said, I don't like this look being too blushy because it's a bad bitch look, and blush is girly look. Today we're going for something else, and I believe that this is pretty much my makeup done. Please ignore my hair, but this is the finished look. I love it. As I said, this is my go-to makeup. It's quick, it's not a lot of steps, especially on the eyes. It looks bad bitchy to me, makes me feel cunty, and I love that. This is the thing that I'm looking for when I'm going out, you know? Just want to feel hot. This is the finished look. I hope you guys liked it. I hope I did a good job in explaining the things that I do with my products. I hope you liked the little chit-chat session. I do believe that I have a really bad form of ADHD, so if I jump from one subject to another, I'm sorry. I would love if you just drop a few comments on what you would like to see next from me. What do you enjoy? It was such a pleasure talking to you guys. Bye, and I will see you in my next video.